Hey guys, bad Christmas movies. You love to hate them. And every commentary YouTuber worth their weight in clickbait has done a video on bad Christmas movies, including me at one point. You've got your Hallmark, you've got your worse Hallmark, and you've got your other Hallmarks. And they all have a rotating cast of actors who reprise basically the same role in every single movie that they're in. Now, I love a bad Christmas movie. I really do. I love that simple formula they use to completely milk their middle-aged viewers of millions of dollars every year. Small town girl, go to big city. Meet big city boy. Fast-paced. Open bakery. Big city girl, go to small town. Meet small town boy. Slow burn. Open cafe. Now, you can just exchange that around all you want like an ad lib and add in things like Christmas magic or fantasy. Add some snow, add in some rip-off Christmas music, and you've got yourself a bad Christmas movie. It's that easy. Or is it? There is one bad Christmas movie that may kind of be a little bit more complicated than that. Hot Frosty. Yeah, that's right. Hot Frosty. That's the title of this movie. I'm a little late to this movie. It came out a few weeks ago and people have already talked about it. But once I watched it, I knew I just had to talk about how completely insane this movie is. Insane in multiple ways, in the sense that it's an insane movie that makes no sense, but it also has a glimmer of hope, which we'll get to. So without further ado, let's get into Hot Frosty. So this movie stars some pretty big names, some of which you may recognize, notably Craig Robinson, Joe Lotruglio, as well as some others. And just like any bad Christmas movie, it stars a hot guy to play Hot Frosty. The movie opens up on a tongue-in-cheek callback to the original Frosty, not Hot Frosty, and just shits all over it.
But those fairy tales have never been told like this.
Always a great way to start a movie based on another classic movie that, you know, a lot of people love. Just run over it. Run over it with a car. Good idea. Anyways, we meet generic Hallmark leading lady Kafe, who isn't like other Hallmark girls, because she lives in a crappy house. Or at least it's supposed to be crappy. It's actually a really nice house, especially nowadays. But look, there's a hole in the stairs, and there's a leak. So I guess it's a piece of shit. Kathy wakes up to a message on the radio about a snow sculpture contest for their town of Hope Springs, which, you know, sounds like a real place, and layers up because her heat is broken. Because remember, it's a piece of shit house. She's not like other girls. She makes her way to her work, where she is a, wait for it, cafe owner. Go ahead and check off your bad Christmas bingo, because we're going to be checking some boxes with this one. The design for this cafe is horrendous. A cafe with a K and a 50s diner look? You're 1K away from a big problem there, Kathy. Anyways, her cafe looks like a set, because it is, and there's 3 people total that work there. We've got Kathy, we've got her cook, and we've got 1 waitress. This is the most popular cafe in town, or maybe the only cafe in town, because this is like a small town. They pull the classic, I know everybody and they all know me, a small town bad Christmas movie cliche to let us know that she knows everybody.
Hey, so nice to see you. Hey, how's your mom? My favorite customer.
Go ahead and check that off your bingo list as well.
Do you have any chocolate chip pancakes today?
Well, chocolate chip pancakes are usually for Sunday brunch.
Aw, little girl. No, go fuck yourself. I think it's so funny that her job is basically just to stand at the door and greet people as they come in. She's got 2 employees and she's like, you guys got this. I'll just say hi to all my friends.
How's your mom?
So after this, she takes some lunch over to these 2 store owners who are like old people who are wise and give her advice. You know, you can check that off your bad Christmas list. There's gonna be a lot of that. You're probably gonna hit bingo pretty soon. But she brings them some lunch because, you know, she knows everybody.
So here's 1 turkey sandwich, no mayo, and 1 turkey sandwich, a disgusting amount of mayo.
Turkey!
Whoa, relax.
You know me too well, Kafe.
So while she's doing that, the snow sculpture contest is going on, which is a town tradition, I guess. I don't know. And they're all like really good. Maybe because they do this every year, they're like really talented, but look at these sculptures. These are so good. Anyways, Kathy is all alone and sad this Christmas, so the wise old lady gives her some advice.
When I was younger, my mother used to say, you'll never find the warmth unless you venture out into the cold. So...
What? That's just not true. That's horrible advice. It's like a blizzard out and her mom is just like, good things come to those who go in the cold. Go on out. Go. Get in the cold! She was just trying to kill her off. Anyways, the old lady mentor figure gives Kathy the scarf that she wore when she met her turkey husband.
Turkey!
And she wishes her what I think is supposed to be good luck.
Good things come to you when you're out in the cold, Kathy.
No, they don't. Does she want her to freeze to death or find love? I don't know. We skip forward to night where she walks around the sculptures and finds a hot naked woman.
Clearly, you've been doing your push-ups.
Who made this? What kind of book talk freak crafted this? There were literally children at that contest, and some freak is like, oh yeah, I'm making mine hot. Anyways, for some reason, looking at Hot Frosty gives her some type of sentimental feeling, and she puts her scarf onto Hot Frosty and then decides to, I don't know, take a picture of him for some reason? Which makes a little light flicker in his eye. Why did she take a picture of him? I don't know. Why did she put the scarf on him? You just got a nice new scarf from someone you love and you're just like, here, I'm gonna just put this on a fucking random sculpture. A random naked hot sculpture. Oh, I gotta get a picture of this. What? So Kathy leaves and Hot Frosty begins to wake up, I guess, from the scarf and the picture. She like face-tuned him into her reality. I mean, that's Christmas magic, kind of, right? Or like Christmas love magic. I don't know. I mean, you can check that off your bingo list. So Hot Frosty wakes up naked and all disoriented. This really distracting beat plays when he wakes up, and I'll play as much as I can without getting copyrighted, but it just doesn't fit at all. This dude is a literal caveman. What the fuck? Anyways, Hot Frosty walks around the pretty much vacant town, luckily, completely naked, and is spotted by an old couple.
Hi there.
Who react completely normally to his nakedness.
Oh, what was that?
I'm not sure. Let's investigate.
What the fuck? What kind of freak is she?
Let's investigate.
Wait, so does he have a penis then? Whoever sculpted him sculpted a penis onto him? Or did like the Christmas magic just bestow a penis upon Hot Frosty? A little Christmas magic for your penis, Hot Frosty! Anyways, while trying to get away, he does this. What? Is he flexing? Or is he like falling? Or is he doing like cool martial arts move? I've watched this movie 3 times. I have no clue. He then steals some clothes with the name Jack on them while making some really necessary sounds. I don't know who edited this movie and decided to bring the actor back in to make these noises, but thank you so much. You made the movie so much better. So now that we've seen Hot Frosty, we know he's hot and he's frosty, right? The movie so far is following the formula pretty closely, right? She didn't move to a new city, but she's a small town girl with a cafe, and a Christmas wish has been implemented, I think. I mean, I honestly don't know. She just flashed her phone in his face, and he's alive now. But I guess, you know, Christmas! You know, I don't know. The next morning, Kathy meets Hot Frosty in front of her work, talking to the snow people.
I can talk. I love talking.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I can't help but notice how horrendously fake these snowmen look, but I guess, you know, not all of them can be Hot Frosty. Anyways, they flirt, I think, for a little bit.
I feel good.
What is wrong with him? What's going on with his face? These noises are just like coming out of him. So Kathy is pretty convinced, rightfully so, that this strange Hot Frosty she just met is potentially delusional. So she does what anyone would do and invites him into her place of work.
I have a diner. Why don't you come inside and I can get you something?
Her cook is obviously annoyed, but she explains she has to keep him a secret because the sheriff is really aggressive.
Should I call the cops?
We can't tell Sheriff Hunter. He overreacts about everything. We're gonna have to keep this to ourselves.
Okay. Why? You just met the dude and he was just doing this.
I can talk.
And this. Why are you protecting him? Because he's hot? Because he's Frosty? He's Hot Frosty? Well, this is the first scene that we get to see Craig Robinson and Joe Lo Truglio's characters. They both put in more effort into this movie than anyone else.
You can't buy me breakfast. It could influence the investigation.
Craig specifically, like, really dives into this character head first.
For all I know, you broke into your shop yourself.
Why would the insurance man care about my galoshes?
That's not. I don't think you did it. I was just.
And he plays the sheriff in a way where he's so serious that it's goofy as hell.
There will be consequences.
Honestly, the more I watch this, the more I'm convinced that he went in and wrote his own scenes. Because they just don't fit in this bad movie. So Hot Frosty doesn't remember even his name or anything. So of course he goes by Jack because of the clothes, but that name's way too complex. I think I'll stick to Hot Frosty. Kathy realizes that he is the snowman she took a picture of and freaks out while Hot Frosty starts to get too hot to stay frosty.
I get it. Yeah, you built a snowman that looks like you, and is that what this is?
I feel strange.
How did you know I took that photo? Were you following me? Is this part of the joke?
I feel hot. Say that again?
So they have to leave. That's when we get another scene of Craig Robinson just improvising this sick-ass song for the fictional town they live in.
Crime doesn't pay. Oh, not here, not today. Here in Hope Springs.
There is no way that they wrote that into the movie, man. When he read the script, he definitely was like, yeah, I'm changing shit. I'm not saying it's hilarious, okay? You might not think it's funny at all, but does it fit in this movie? Really think about that. Anyway, the cops get a lead, so they start to investigate into Hot Frosty's incident.
Bring this man to justice.
You see what I mean? This is like, okay, this isn't top shelf humor, okay? But this is better than Hot Frosty humor. And this is what I meant in the beginning. There's like a glimmer of hope. Usually these movies are just bad. They're good because they're bad, but they're bad, you know? You watch it, you chuckle along with whoever you're watching it with, you make fun of it, and then you forget about it. But this movie has this charm to it because, honestly, because of Craig Robinson and because of Joe Lo Truglio. Am I saying it's a good movie? No, we're not even halfway through the movie. Don't get me wrong. I just think this is such an interesting dynamic. I'll get into it more later. So Kathy takes Hot Frosty to her doctor friend who basically just takes his temperature and it's cold, obviously.
You're cold.
And then she's just like, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if he was a snowman?
Or
He's a snowman.
how cool would that be?
What? Why is she just immediately like, yeah, like, but wouldn't it be pretty cool though? That would be cool though, right? Wouldn't it be kind of cool if he was a snowman though? No! That's impossible! What kind of doctor are you? Anyways, Hot Frosty wants to go home with Kathy because he loves her.
I want to stay with Kathy.
What? No. No, that's absolutely not.
Because you put the scarf on me. So technically, I've known you for my entire life.
Fine.
Thank you. I love you.
You're my mommy. I love you. Can we make out? He's basically like her 1-day-old child, and everyone's just like,
Oh.
ooh. Hot Frosty. Gross! He's a baby! So Kathy has to take him home while she works, which is so weird. Just like a fully grown man baby in your house. What? I met him today. I don't know, he's a snowman, he's a day old. We're gonna fall in love! He ends up learning how to do things super fast from the TV because Hot Frosty is also smart Frosty. And funny Frosty.
I still don't understand how all of this is happening, but I am so glad that you were the one who found me.
But during this like mini montage, he ends up going downstairs and finding these really real pictures of Kathy and her dead husband, who is dead.
Look at this dude.
Go ahead and check that off the bingo list. From cancer, which makes for a great scene later. Anyways, Kathy is investigated by the cops for the Hot Frosty incident. And then when she gets home, she asks him finally if he was the dude who ran around naked and broke into a store.
But the coveralls and the boots, did you steal them?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You finally thought to ask the guy? Too bad he's already living in your house.
We gotta just keep you off his radar.
I'm on his radar?
I'm on his radar? So Hot Frosty admits he is the criminal, but then he's like, but look, I made you food. Pizza.
Big, what's happening?
I'm making you dinner. Pizza.
But he can't even cook it, because it'll melt.
Do you mind putting it in the oven? Just because I turned on the oven earlier today and I do not like the oven.
So she has to cook it herself. So romantic. So romantic, Hot Frosty. Anyways, they have this cute little scene until Hot Frosty brings up Kathy's ex.
I went downstairs. What's cancer?
What's cancer? What a great line. Someone had to write that into the movie, and they were like, what cancer? Hell yeah, this is gonna be so emotional.
And that's what happened to Paul.
Jesus, man, lay off. First of all, Kathy, what's fucking cancer, and did your dumbass ex die of it?
Yeah.
Anyways, they have a little bit of like a flirty scene, and they eat together, and they watch dolphins in Hawaii, and he's like, I wanna go to Hawaii, and she's like, no, dumbass, you can't, you're made of ice. Which reminds me, he eats a lot of ice in this movie, like a lot, and he's always like rubbing it on his face and shit. Are ice cubes like little ice babies? Like little ice embryos, and he's just like chomping them down and like rubbing them all over his body and shit? You sick bastard! The pro ice crowd is not gonna like this. The next day, he's fixing the house now because he learned overnight, which makes sense. And while he's doing it, sure, of course, this creepy old lady drives by and just like loses all control seeing him. So after she crashes into the snowbank, he comes down to help her out and she's just like gooning all over him.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
You're stuck in there pretty bad. You want me to get behind you and push?
Yeah.
And then we get this awful scene.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's working.
Okay, great.
Good. Oh, if the girls could see me now.
Who wrote this? Who is responsible for this? You need to pay. See, this is Hot Frosty humor. You see what I mean about Craig Robinson and just like not fitting into this movie?
Oh, you are definitely coming home with me.
Okay, sure.
Anyways, after that great scene, Hot Frosty ends up going with the creepy lady and helping them with stuff while they all just like cream over him fixing this light.
I should have taken my blood pressure medication this morning.
It's honestly so fucking weird. Not only do we as the audience know that he is 2 days old, it's also just so weird that they would write this into a movie. Like a bunch of old ladies just fucking edging over Hot Frosty. Like, who is writing this? After he helps the old ladies, wink, in the vagina.
Okay, so anything else I can do for you ladies?
No, not really. He doesn't do that. He gets dropped off at the cafe, and Kathy's like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at home. The sheriff is gonna catch you. But the sheriff ends up showing up anyways, so they confront Hot Frosty. And this scene is pretty funny, I think.
Why is there no beverage for that ice, Jack?
Because I like to eat the ice, Sheriff.
The sheriff and Hot Frosty are both competing to see who can eat more ice, and Hot Frosty is just eating his babies, as he does, I guess. But before the sheriff can interrogate Hot Frosty, he's pulled away by Kathy. And they then get into a fight in the car because somehow, Hot Frosty got a job at a middle school.
I can't because I got a job doing maintenance at the middle school.
Let's see. Random dude, no ID, no birth certificates, no records of any kind. Yeah, you can work in this middle school.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm going to that school tomorrow.
Anyways, this conflict lasts all but 1 minute because Hot Frosty fixed Kathy's house and decorated, of course, because it's Christmas. It's a Christmas movie, just in case you forgot, which honestly, I wouldn't blame you.
Okay.
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 Okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
You decorated my house and fixed it, so you can go work at that middle school. Are there any adults around? Anyways, Hot Frosty is really happy.
Oh, got it.
And this, of course, sparks a montage, so check that off your bingo list. After the very necessary montage, everyone now loves Hot Frosty.
The whole town loves you.
So also check that off the bingo list. New guy in town, loved by everybody in the small town. Check.
He's nice, he's good looking.
Wait, you think I'm good looking?
Wait, you think I'm hot? I love you, mama. This shit is so weird, man. Can you imagine normal Frosty waking up and trying to date the kid who gave him life? So Kathy gets sad in the car and explains that she can't love after her real husband in those real pictures died of that one cancer thing. This makes Hot Frosty sad Frosty, but also makes him decide to go confess his crimes. He also used Kathy's card to buy a new pane of glass to replace the one he broke.
Because that glass was not cheap.
Okay, here's the thing. My computer has my credit card information, so when you use my computer...
So nice. Nice Frosty.
I broke your window, and I stole your clothes, and...
Anyways, everyone loves him now except the sheriff, so the sheriff tries to get more evidence, but the old mentors defend Hot Frosty because, well, he's so hot.
By the way, who did the installation?
Jack.
And why would he do that, I wonder?
Because he's nice.
I don't understand. Like, yeah, he's nice in the movie and good looking and stuff, but he's been in the town for 3 days. He's worked at a middle school for 1 day. And what, changed one light? Otherwise, all he's done is run around naked and break shit. I don't know, doesn't seem that great to me. So Hot Frosty goes to the sheriff willingly and does not confess, but ends up kind of winning over the other cop, played by Joe Lo Truglio, and they have this kind of funny scene.
And then you'll know when you see it.
What in the name of God.
It's so weird. Like, it feels like I'm watching two different movies at the same time. Like a 6 out of 10 comedy movie that you would watch and be like, yeah, that was fun. And a 4 out of 10 bad Christmas movie that you would watch and be like, yeah, that was bad. And it's just the same movie. Anyways, a couple scenes ago, Hot Frosty overheard a middle schooler riz up a girl.
Cool.
So he uses that same riz to ask Kathy to the middle school dance.
Kathy, will you please go to the school's Christmas dance with me?
Mama, will you go to the middle school dance with Bad Frosty? This is so weird. That's your snow child.
Jack,
Oh, of course. You're already going with someone else, huh?
Anyways, she says yes, and they need clothes for Hot Frosty. So you know what that means. 3 more minutes of necessary montage.
What do you think about going on a shopping trip?
Go ahead and check that bingo list for second necessary montage. Somebody's got to have bingo at this point. After he's all dripped up for the dance, he gives Kathy a stereotypical, oh, you're so beautiful look.
Wow.
Thanks.
And then he gives her a present, which he bought with her money.
Jack,
It was pretty expensive, so if you want me to return it, I
stop, I'm keeping it.
Here, I hope you like it. It was $3,000. I hope you could afford it. What the fuck, dude? How is she not just like, oh, right, you're like a week old. This is gross. Instead, she's just like,
It's really beautiful, thank you.
so they go to the dance and have a cute little dance moment, whatever, before he bursts out into what can only be described as a flash mob.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Ah, yes, my choreographed middle school dance. Who set this up? Not him, obviously, because he messed up the dance like 3 times in a row. So it gets a little too hot on the dance floor, and Hot Frosty starts to melt, so they go outside.
Does that help?
It would if you had a normal body temperature.
Does this feel good? No, you're fucking ice, dumbass! Anyways, they kiss, and he gets sad because he starts thinking about mortality.
The truth is, I don't know how much more time that I have left.
Hey, I get it, bro. I think about death when I kiss girls, too. So the next day, the sheriff finds a camera in the ATM and uses it to pin Hot Frosty for his hot crimes. And for some reason, the whole town is in Kathy's tiny little diner celebrating Hot Frosty.
What? Everyone, if I could just say something really quickly.
And the sheriff comes in and ruins it. Because, I mean, there has to be some type of conflict.
Family and friends, co-workers.
Criminal.
Craig Robinson is so committed to this bit, it's absolutely crazy.
I'm out there every day working for you.
This monologue is like the best performance in the movie.
Keeping you safe. And what do I get? Never a thank you.
Hot Frosty heroically gives himself up, but the whole town sticks up for him.
I have to accept the consequences.
He's different from us, Nate.
What do you mean, different?
He's a snowman that magically came to life.
What? Whoa, slow down! You can't just tell everyone he's a snowman right off the bat. You gotta ease into it.
I thought he looked familiar.
Oh.
Explains why he's so comfortable without a shirt on.
Oh.
You just buy that he's a snowman?
Oh.
It's Christmas.
So they all just believe it. Makes sense. What? A snowman? Huh. I guess it makes sense on account of how impossible it is.
It's Christmas.
There weren't even any hints. Like, yeah, I guess at some points he sweats a lot, but like, it's not like people were like, huh, are you a snowman? In the jail cell, Hot Frosty starts melting.
He's dying.
And the sheriff won't let him go without $2,000 in bail. So Kathy has to run back to her cafe and in front of everyone, conveniently, looks exasperated about her lack of money.
I don't have enough.
Kathy runs back to the jail and the whole town comes together to save Hot Frosty. So there you go. Check that off your bingo card. Anyways, they all put money into a hat for Hot Frosty and to get the sheriff to reluctantly have a heart this Christmas.
I'll let him go.
They get him out and it's all happy and he's dead. He's dead and the movie ends.
You can't defibrillate a snowman.
Just kidding. She wishes him back to life with love or Christmas love or whatever. I don't know.
I'm falling in love with you.
Kathy?
And now he's a real person.
You're cold. You're cold.
He's cold.
He's cold. I'm cold.
Shut up, Mortimer.
Who could have thought? Who could have guessed? So now he's not a week and a half, 2-week-old Iceman. He's a week and a half, 2-week-old real man. Great! I guess he's just hot now. No more Frosty. But they have like a falling in love montage to end the movie, and they go to Hawaii, blah, 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 blah. It's all happy. Yay, Christmas. Whoa, who cares? This ending is so rushed. Just like 90% of the rest of this movie and every other bad Christmas movie. If you took out these characters, this movie would just be bad. Sure, it would have been fun, and it would have had moments where you're laughing along, like the moaning or this weird ass scene. But otherwise, it would just be another bad Christmas movie to laugh at that I would forget about in a few days. But this movie has real elements of like an actual movie in it. Is it good? No. Is it bad? No. It's not just the factory-made, conveyor-belt, Hallmark rom-com Christmas movie that you get every year. It's got like a little glimmer of hope in it. A very small glimmer of hope, don't get me wrong. It's not hilarious, but it has its moments. It has potential. Will the Christmas movies of tomorrow be good? Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. This movie was kind of fun. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/koopnoob20. You get every video a day early for $2 a month. Yeah, you should do it. You should give me money. Anyways, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.